Nihilism, cynicism, death. These words all describe an espada that is one of the favorites when it comes to the Bleach verse, and that would be Ulquiorra. See how I pronounced that correctly? Some people don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Hold up, I need to tutor you guys real quick. For the people who mess up how to say his name, I'm gonna show you guys how to spell his name right now. It's Ulquiorra. Say it with me. Ulquiorra. It's not that hard, really. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be talking about Ulquiorra and I guess the discussion about him. I'm not really sure. I haven't made a video in a while, actually. It's kind of been a hot minute, but I'm gonna get back into it. I'm not gonna waste any more time. So all I'm gonna say is if you are subscribed, then thank you. If you're not, then you should subscribe. Either way, thank you for watching the video and let's get into it. So thank you. Let's get into the video. So we all know Ulquiorra, especially if we're already past the Arrancar arc, which you should be because holy shit, it gets so much better after you get to like 1,000 Year Blood War. But at this point, if you're watching this video, then you should already know who Ulquiorra is. He's one of the most popular espada when it comes to the Bleach verse, and his whole personality is pretty dark, and obviously he has nihilistic views, and that is something that is portrayed throughout the whole series of Bleach, the time that he is alive, of course. The first time we actually see him is in the beginning of the Arrancar arc, and we see him with Yami, and to be honest, he's kind of just sitting there spectating Yami fight, and he only does something when he needs to like save Yami. Based off of your guys' criticisms in the comments, I'm not gonna completely narrate like everything that already happened when it comes to Ulquiorra. I'm gonna try to keep the video around like a discussion type video. So that's what I'm trying to lean for in this video, but I can like narrate like certain arcs if that would be nice. If like that was something that was requested, I don't really mind. Obviously this is like a new channel with me being like 4 videos in, so I'm still trying to work out the kinks, if you know what I'm saying. We do have Ulquiorra's like flashback before he became an Arrancar, so I do kind of want to go over that. Even in the flashbacks before he actually became an Arrancar, we could see that he is somebody who's empty. Of course, that's his whole character: emptiness, nihilism, and this is what he looked like before he became an Arrancar. He was literally born from a void, which obviously goes with his character, with him feeling nothing. And I'm not even sure if a lot of people know about this like manga panel in general, but I feel like it's a really good panel, especially showing the type of character that Ulquiorra is. A lot of people would say that he's a stale character, like he has no personality, but that's pretty much his personality. Nothing. From being born from a void to finally realizing what it means to have a heart, we do see that Ulquiorra does have character development towards the end of his story. I believe it's also safe to say that Ulquiorra is the most manipulative out of all the espada. We see him constantly mess around with Orihime in a way that is manipulative, as well as Ichigo. When Ichigo finally gets to Hueco Mundo, he ended up taunted by Ulquiorra into fighting him because he lets Ichigo know that he's the one that captured Orihime. From what we've seen throughout the scenes when it comes to Orihime and both Ichigo, Ulquiorra doesn't have any type of regard towards his own moral compass when it comes to manipulating and what he does to complete his mission. Basically, we obviously see that he's the most loyal to Aizen, and he will follow any command that Aizen gives him, and that goes to show that he doesn't have, like I said, any moral compass, as well as the fact that he doesn't really have any type of meaning to him. That's kind of the definition of nihilism. Like there's no reason to exist and that we live to die. So he follows this whatever command Aizen gives him, and he doesn't have any type of regard towards it kind of towards the end, until kind of towards the end. I would say kind of towards the end, because he does hide the fact from Aizen that he has a second resurrection. He only shows it to Ichigo, which I feel like is a big part of Ulquiorra's character, because we see him this entire time only strictly following commands. So him keeping it from Aizen and also showing Ichigo is kind of a big surprise. And that's obviously before he dies and before he finally realizes what it means to have a heart. I would like to note that most of the development that happens with Ulquiorra is because of Orihime. And I do like to see the disparity between Orihime and Ulquiorra, as they're complete opposites. And that's what kind of makes Ulquiorra and Orihime kind of like, you see on the internet they're shipped together, but basically what I'm saying is like, it makes their dynamic a whole lot different. and a lot interesting. We have this lively Orihime who always has hope in everything. We have Ulquiorra who's also fearless, but not in the same way as Orihime. His fearlessness resides in the fact that he believes that there's no point in life, so there's no point in death either. Ulquiorra is somebody who goes straight to the point with whatever he says. He's completely cutthroat in everything and anything he does. He did taunt Ichigo, however, that's like the only moment that we do see that he's not really interested in being straight to the point with fighting or anything like that. And obviously that's his characteristic when it comes to other people, where he's straight to the point, he's blunt, he's cutthroat, and that's just how he is with others. We obviously see that with each Espada's death. It has something to do with their characteristics, which it would be nihilism. I feel like towards the end of Ulquiorra's life, we see the end of his definition of nihilism and emptiness when he finally realizes what a heart means. So we see throughout the whole entire time of the anime where he's with Orihime, he's questioning like why she thinks this way and what exactly is a heart. Why is she fearless? Why is she all of these things that basically he is not, in a way. So when it comes to his emptiness, I feel like he dies because he becomes more human. It's more of a positive death in a way, because he finally comes to this realization what exactly a quote unquote heart means. And it's not a physical heart, but of course a symbolic one to describe things like hope or bravery and love and all of these emotions that he couldn't feel from the start. He finally realizes what that means at the end of his lifespan. Emptiness, loneliness, death, and the lack of fulfillment is all of these things that we see inside of Ulquiorra. And towards the end, we see this resolution that he does, in fact, maybe not realize this, but he becomes more human than anything. And Ichigo points this out to him. So even though that he does have more of a melancholy death, it's probably the most positive one out of all of Bleach, because as the story wraps up, so does this viewpoint that he has. And that's it with the video. I know that this video is long overdue. I've been pushing it back over and over. It's just, I've been going through some things, but I am back and I plan on making a video around 1 to 2 videos a week, because I feel like that's something that's more consistent and I don't want to like disappear for a month and then come back with a new video. I do want to push content more consistently, as well as maybe upload different types of animes or whatever, but I want to mainly stick to Bleach because Bleach has a lot to talk about. And obviously we have this new season that came out like 2 weeks ago, and oh man, it's so amazing. And I'm gonna be talking about new episodes that come out, and I'm also gonna talk about episode 1 and 2 soon. So this is reaching the end of the video. I do want to promote my Kick account because I am live streaming Bleach reactions on there, and as well as push this Patreon, because I did create a Patreon. And if you want to have more exclusive content or early content, or if you just want to support me, then you can go to my Patreon. The link will be in the description, and I do thank you for all the support that you guys give me. Like I said, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.